Don't worry, guys, this isn't clickbait. I really am stepping away from the American Silver Eagle Type 2. But it has very little to do with the new design, and actually almost everything to do with the Obverse. Let's get into it.
But there's a couple things I want to go over before we get into the video, and that is, in no way am I trying to get you to like and subscribe to my channel. But on the other hand, if you have an unhealthy addiction to gold, silver, and numismatics like I do, you're in the right place. And as viewers, you don't get the recognition that you deserve. So I want to say thank you for taking the time out of your day to watch my content. It helps me out tremendously. With all that being said, let's roll it.
Sorry if I sound a little funny, guys. I got a new mic. That thing that looks like it's got a rabbit tail on it. So I'm one of the cool YouTubers now. I feel like I've made it in life. The other one was going out on me, and I got tired of doing remakes in the videos. But we'll just jump right into this. The U.S. Mint, transitioned to the Type 2 in 2021. So that's the Type 2 design. Most of us, or all of us, are familiar with the Type 1 design. And although that the new design has very little to do with my decision to kind of step away from buying these, it isn't my biggest reason, but I am still disappointed in the design of the new reverse eagle. For you that don't know, when people say reverse, they're referring to the back of the coin. And I don't think I'm the only one that's disappointed with these. A lot of people have did reviews when this first came out, and it really just didn't get them too excited. I think it lacks creativity. Part of the wing is off the coin, which really bothers me. The U.S., dating back to pick your date, but when they first started making the dollar, 1795 had the most beautiful obverse and reverse with the flowing hair on the front. And I feel like just over time, it's just gotten worse. But another reason is we were promised a security feature. And this had a lot of people excited because a lot of other mints have really stepped up their game and came out with great security features. And this is what we ended up with here. Let's see if we can. Oh, there it is right there. See that? Just a missing part of the reeded edge. It's the only one on there. So they just do one missing part. And it changes every year when a new batch comes out. When it changes, it changes the location. So what's that? That's 3 o'clock right there. Might go to 6 o'clock next time, 9 o'clock, 12 o'clock, 11. So that's the security feature that we were given for the Type 2 American Silver Eagle. And I don't know about you, but I would have rather have not had a security feature at all if I knew that this is what we were going to get. So it's kind of a slap in the face. It's disappointing. I know I actually don't know anyone that enjoys that security feature. And it's the same with the Type 2 American Gold Eagle. It's just a missing reeded edge. But despite all these flaws, this is not my biggest reason. These aren't my biggest reasons right here. But my biggest reason is why I'm stepping away from these is because of the lack of detail in the obverse of the coin. So let me explain here. These are supposed to be mirror images of each other, right? But it's not. And guys, ignore the timestamps I'm about to post. I haven't adjusted the time on my microscope yet. So it probably says 2021, and it's obviously 2024. So yeah, ignore those. But I'm going to put these side by side so you can see the comparisons. And the whole front lacks detail. I'm just pulling out specific pieces that I think would give the best example. So I'm going to put our type 1 over here on the left, just like how it is right here, and then the type 2 example off on the right, so you guys can see what I'm talking about. But I want you to look at the differences in the stripes and the flags. See how the type 1 sticks out a lot more, or is even there to begin with, where the type 2, you really struggle to see it. And look at her chest plate, how it really pops out. A lot more detail in it. I'm going to go slow and kind of might be some awkward pauses so you guys have time to look at these. Now look at her sandals and her dress in this next one. Now, it's not just the dress in this one part, it's actually her entire dress, but this is the best picture I could get to have, the dress and the sandals in there at the same time. They almost like look worn down, like it's been like heavily circulated and it's lost a lot of that detail. Next one's not huge, but it's just another thing that I've noticed, and it's the lines in the mountain. The type 1, you see that nice little crease there, kind of separates the mountains, make it looks like there's two of them, where the type 2 is almost like non-existent. It just looks like a blur, like a paintbrush almost on there. And I know I said that the new design has very little to do with it, but I wanted to show you just another example. And I want you to take a look at the feathers in the type 1 eagle's wings compared to those of the feathers in the type 2. Look at how crisp they are in every single feather. Now look at the type 2s. Now, all this might not be a big deal to a lot of you, but to me it makes a big difference. As a US citizen, I want to stack my country's bullion like I did with the type 1. But, that's hard for me to do when you have coins like the Maple and coins like the Britannia right here, who have better designs. Their security features just far surpass the type 2 eagles. Not only do they have a better single security feature, but they have multiple. They're crisp detail, and they're more affordable than the type 2 eagle. So to me, the type 2 eagle is just, it's flat, it's disappointing, because I feel like the US Mint has taken a step backwards. So why am I buying the type 2 eagle right here when I can get different bullion that are better quality and are less expensive? And if you guys don't believe me, go ahead and take a look at your own type 1 and type 2, put them side by side and look at that lack of detail. Like I said, it might not be a huge thing to sway someone's persuasion of the coin. Some people don't care. They think silver is silver. They have no plan on selling it. They don't look that hard at it. They just know what it is. But to me, it makes a difference. And this is all my opinion. Let me know if I'm being a little dramatic. But I know a lot of people I talk to feel the same way. People at my local coin shop, the owners prefer the type 1 over the type 2. Other places don't care. It's strictly a business to them. But I want you guys, like I said, this is my opinion, so I want you guys to buy what you like. I don't want this to sway you from buying the type 2 eagle. It's just a reason why I'm stepping away, save me more money, maybe just go back to buying the type 1 in general when the prices start coming down a little bit more, which the premiums have gotten much, much better over this past 6 months than they were over the past couple of years. So unfortunately, I hope you took something from this video, and I'll see you in the next.